Good morning and welcome to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac, president of Roby Electric and W.H. Hobbs Plumbing. And Trent Haston is not with us today. He is at a Home Builders Association board retreat doing his Home Builder Association duties as president of that organization. We were joking before the show, it takes two people to replace Trent in the studio. We've got two fine ones in Matt Young, who's president of Roby Commercial, and of course Turnbull Persley is project manager for Roby Commercial. And our guests today are Leah Williams and Carrie Deaton from HSM Core. We'll hear from them later. Turnbull, we're going to talk about relationships in this show. Obviously, HSM Core is a good commercial relationship for Roby Commercial, and that relationship really started with Mr. Haston, Mr. Ron Haston, and Leah Williams of HSM Core on her home. And I think it was through the power of relationships, Turnbull, that you came to know the Roby family of companies.
That's correct, Patrick. So I was working for a commercial drywall company in Augusta. It's actually a family business. It was about this time last year, and one of my dear friends, Izzy Knapp, had a working relationship with Matt and the Roby Commercial team doing their dumpsters, their roll-off containers for all their commercial projects. And ended up getting my resume together, and I gave it to Izzy, and she got it in the hands of Matt. And he called me in for an interview, and that was about a year ago. And then I started about November of last year. So,
it's been a great relationship so far. Turnbull definitely stayed persistent on it and was excellent follow-up, and Izzy can sell anything, I think.
Well, she was in the trash business, and I loved it. I think the first time I met her, she said she'd been talking trash for 70 years, which is really good. Hopefully she's listening to the show or gets a chance to hear it. But she was definitely the connector. And Matt, we talk about relationships all the time and how important they are to all of our businesses, commercial, electric, plumbing, and of course Andrew Roby on the residential side as well.
Absolutely.
And Matt, really, that's how I think you and I have had a lot of opportunities to bud some relationships, and one of those is through Charlotte Succession. That you are chairing our golf tournament this year, which is right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm filling some tough shoes on that one as Patrick ran it last year. So my number one goal was to beat the revenue of last year.
Killed it.
I was talking with Matt Williams about that. But this year it's been great. Yeah, we've had just like you said, some relationships there. We've got some great partners in Succession, that some very loyal guys that team up and put a team together for us coming up in a couple weeks here. And we raise our money for Junior Achievement.
In West Boulevard Ministries.
West Boulevard Ministries, which is new this year, which is great.
Yeah, and Bart Noonan has been a guest on this show before. Bart is the executive director of West Boulevard Ministries, and a couple weeks ago we had a speaker event, the Charlotte Succession, the group that Matt and I are referring to, and we were able to give West Boulevard a big Happy Gilmore check for $5,000, which was really cool. I know Bart will use that money very, very wisely and to be able to affect and help many folks in the West Boulevard corridor. And then we're going to continue on relationships. Junior Achievement, I believe, has been around since the existence of the golf tournament, and they're also a partner, and we'll do a big Happy Gilmore check for them at the end.
Absolutely. We've had some great sponsors, like SPX has been very involved since the beginning. So we're looking for a great turnout. I think we've got a full house this year. I think around 40 teams. So
there's really no availability. We can't even sell it out
here,
availability.
Can we? We might be able to squeeze in another sponsorship, so if you're willing.
Yeah. No, that's great. And really, that's what it's all about, Matt. We talk about that a lot. I mean, I think every show we're talking about some sort of a charity or how we can give back to the community. And Bart, who is on this show a few weeks ago, go check out the podcast. He's got a remarkable story. Always tells, or he said on the show, that you just got to start. I think people are listening to this that have the urge to give or to help other people. They just got to get started. It's kind of like an exercise routine, which is a good segue to our guest from HSM Core. Turnbull, you have started. You actually went through, and they're going to talk about it, you went through one of their classes with the Megaformer.
That's correct. It's an odd-looking machine, but don't underestimate it.
It sounds very intimidating.
It does, but I think a lot of people nowadays are looking for that. I mean, you look at what the exercise trends are. You have CrossFit. I know that's really big, and there's many of offshoots of CrossFit. But this is not like that, or is like that?
I wouldn't say it's more like CrossFit. I think it's very unique in its own way, where it just focuses solely on your core.
And it's about a 10-foot long machine or so.
Oh my goodness!
Almost looks like a giant sled.
Yeah.
But celebrities and athletes are using this. I mean, it's obviously it works, and that's the best part. And I think she, Leah may have mentioned that Thomas Davis has been a client, along with several celebrities on the that have made this their form of exercise. I don't know, Matt. What do you think?
I just remember seeing you get a massage at a golf tournament recently, having to get one about the 17th hole, and I think it might be something that you might need to take advantage of.
He said my lower back was really tight. So
there you go.
Thanks for calling me out on there, Matt. I appreciate that. Turnbull, now when you went, what kind of attire did you wear the yoga pants, or what did you just go gym shorts? I mean,
I went with the regular gym routine.
Not even like a neon yellow tank top or anything like that.
No, I was trying to just kind of be disguised in it. Didn't want to stand out too much.
No, that's great. Well, we're going to continue the conversation about relationships. Leah and Carrie will join us soon to talk about HSM Core, a wonderful opportunity for listeners out there that are looking for a new exercise program using the Megaformer, which they will explain that in detail, and we'll discuss the long-term relationship that we've had with both Leah and Carrie. You're listening to At Home with Roby. We'll be right back.